Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Afric Vision. Africa is the second largest continent in the world, both in terms of population and land area, with 54 countries within its borders. Though the African continent is very rich in terms of minerals and natural resources, its countries vary widely in terms of wealth and development, with some of its countries being among the poorest in the world. Corrupt governments, neocolonialization, weak rule of law, war and social unrest, extreme drought, poorly educated population, and aggressive neighbors are some of the factors that hinder development in many of these countries. The GDP per capita is the metric used globally by economists to measure the prosperity of a country based on its economic growth alongside GDP. In this video, therefore, we are going to cover the top 10 poorest countries in Africa based on the GDP per capita. 10. The Democratic Republic of the DRC, GDP per capita 653, 7 USD. Population, approximately 108 million. The DRC is not only the second largest African country, but also the 11th largest globally. Despite its vast mineral wealth, including untapped deposits worth over 24 trillion USDs, the majority of its populace lives in dire poverty due to political instability, conflict, and exploitation. The DRC's challenges include ongoing armed conflicts, weak governance, inadequate infrastructure, and widespread corruption. Moreover, the country faces significant health crises, including outbreaks of diseases like Ebola and cholera. 9. Malawi GDP per capita, 645.2 USD. Malawi, situated in southeastern Africa, grapples with significant economic challenges, including widespread poverty, food insecurity, and inadequate infrastructure. Despite its natural resource wealth, such as fertile soil and freshwater lakes, Malawi struggles with low agricultural productivity and relies heavily on rain-fed agriculture, making it vulnerable to climate change. Additionally, the country faces health challenges, including high rates of HIV, AIDS, and malaria, which further strain its healthcare system. 8. Eritrea GDP per capita, 643.9 USD. Located in the Horn of Africa, Eritrea's economy primarily relies on agriculture, with about 70% of the workforce employed in this sector. However, frequent droughts and unpredictable climatic conditions pose significant challenges to agricultural production, exacerbating food insecurity and poverty. Eritrea also faces issues such as limited access to basic services, restricted freedom of speech, and compulsory national service, which has led to mass migration and brain drain. Somalia, GDP per capita, 592.1 USD. With a population of approximately 15 million, Somalia is considered one of the most culturally homogeneous countries in Africa. However, it also faces significant challenges, including widespread poverty, political instability, and conflict. The country's economy has been severely affected by decades of civil war, leading to the collapse of state institutions and the emergence of piracy and terrorism. Additionally, Somalia suffers from chronic food insecurity, with millions of people in need of humanitarian assistance. 6. Niger GDP per capita, 585.4 USDs. Niger, located in West Africa, is named after the Niger River and is blessed with vast uranium deposits and fertile agricultural land. However, the country faces numerous challenges, including landlocked geographification and environmental degradation. Niger struggles with food insecurity, malnutrition, and low access to healthcare and education. Moreover, the country is vulnerable to climate change, with recurrent droughts exacerbating its socio-economic challenges. 5. Mozambique GDP per capita, 558.3 USDs. Positioned on the southeast coast of Africa, Mozambique is endowed with rich natural resources, including fertile agricultural land, minerals, and extensive coastline. However, the country faces significant development challenges, including high levels of poverty, inadequate infrastructure, and vulnerability to natural disasters such as cyclones and floods. Mozambique also grapples with governance issues, including corruption and political instability, which hinder its socio-economic progress. 4. Madagascar GDP per capita, 516.6 US. Madagascar, an island nation in the Indian Ocean, boasts a diverse range of flora and fauna and relies on agriculture, tourism, and mining as its main economic activities. However, the country faces significant poverty, with a majority of its population living below the national poverty line. Madagascar also struggles with environmental degradation, deforestation, and biodiversity loss, threatening its unique ecosystems and natural resources. 3. Sierra Leone GDP per capita, 475.8 USD. Located in West Africa, Sierra Leone's economic development has been hampered by over-reliance on mineral extraction, particularly diamonds. The country faces challenges such as weak governance, corruption, inadequate infrastructure, and limited access to basic services like healthcare and education. Sierra Leone also struggles with post-conflict reconstruction following a devastating civil war and is vulnerable to natural disasters such as floods and landslides. Two, the Central African Republic, GDP per capita, 427.1 USD. The CAR, located in Central Africa, possesses abundant mineral resources such as uranium, gold, and diamonds, yet it remains one of the poorest countries in Africa. The country has been plagued by decades of political instability, armed conflict, and insecurity, leading to widespread poverty and displacement. CAR also faces significant humanitarian challenges, including food insecurity, malnutrition, and limited access to healthcare and education. 1. Burundi GDP per capita, 59.0. Burundi, due to its landlocked geography and underdeveloped manufacturing sector, ranks as the poorest country in Africa. The country heavily relies on agriculture, which accounts for about 50% of its GDP and employs more than 60% of the population. Burundi faces numerous challenges, including political instability, corruption, weak infrastructure, and high levels of food insecurity. Additionally, the country struggles with health issues such as malnutrition and limited access to quality healthcare and education. Thanks for watching this video, and please give a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and turn your notification for more amazing videos.